Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? So I got a chance to check out both Dominic Breazeale and some Anthony Joshua footage of them training. Both guys, both athletes, both young men seem to be in great shape heading into this fight. Dominic Breazeale doing a lot of cross training. He looks in shape, man. Seen some him hitting the pads, hitting the mitts. He looks to be in excellent shape. But when I watch Anthony Joshua train, it's like a whole different level. And no disrespect to Dominic Breazeale, my fellow American. I actually did a prediction video, and people were telling me, why do you need to do a prediction video on this fight? He's gonna get knocked out in one round. Well, you know, fair enough, he might. But I do think even if a fight is a mismatch, I still believe that, you know, especially if both guys are undefeated and it's a world title fight, even if you think it's a mismatch or the odds makers have it a mismatch, I still think it's paramount to do a prediction video, even if you think one guy is, even if you think one guy, there's no way he's going to lose, I still think there's a reason that you should do a style breakdown to at least explain why you think it's a mismatch, not just because the one guy has more power. I mean, is it the footwork? Do you see something in the way they jab? Does one guy carry his right hand too low? You know, so on and so forth. So, but anyways, with that said, I was watching both these guys train, man, and Anthony Joshua is just on a way higher level. He looks just much sharper on the mitts. He has faster hands just from hearing the mitts. Now, I haven't got punched by either of these guys, so I don't know who hits harder, but just the way they deliver their punches, not just so much their upper body and, you know, muscular, just the way they deliver the punch, the way they turn their hips, their footwork, just the fast twitch muscle between the two. AJ just looks like he's on a different level, not just the physique, just the way he trains. His footwork. I was seeing him do a little footwork drill where him and another guy, I don't know who it is, one of his trainers, they had like handkerchiefs on each side of their waist, kind of like if you're playing flag American touch football, flag football, American football. It was like they had flags on each of their sides, and the way AJ was moving for a big guy, 6'6", 200 and, you know, 50 some odd pounds, the way he was moving, he looked very agile. And I'm a big guy myself. I'm 6'5", 240. And, you know, I played college basketball and everything. So just, I can tell by his movements, man, the guy is really quick. He was actually surprising me by how quick he was doing those drills. Now, I've seen him do different cross-training drills before, but this one in particular, because it was left to right, it was just, you know, there were sudden movements from left to right, cutting. He just looks like he's on a way different level. Don't get me wrong, Dominic Breazeale is a former American football college collegiate player, starting quarterback. I believe he has some NFL trials. So he is a natural athlete himself, man. You know, but there's two different types of athletes, and to me, AJ is just on a different level. Now, this means nothing, because on fight night, you have to bring all this together. You know, your training and what you do on fight night, everything must be, you know, cohesive on fight night, because it doesn't matter what you look like in training if you can't bring it in the ring. And AJ, from what I've seen, he brings it in the ring. You know, a lot of people, we like to get on AJ for not, and it's not his fault. He has to get in there with somebody that's going to back him up, to make him use a jab, to make him use his reach and his length to try to win a round or two just by jabbing. But he hasn't been in there with nobody that's forced him to do that. But I do think when that day comes, he's going to be able to do it based off what I've seen with him in training. The guy can really move. For a big, strong guy like that, he can move pretty decently going backwards. Now, with that said, it's different from being in training, moving backwards and cutting and pivoting and all that in training. It's different when you got another man standing across from you and he's landing punches on you and he's forcing you to move back because he's hurting you. That's different. And I understand that. But again, I'm just going basically off what I've seen from training. I've seen both these guys fight 6, 7, 8. I've seen AJ's whole career. Breazeale, seen him fight about 8 times. You know, so I know a lot about these guys, man. But, you know, and for Breazeale, his physique sometimes can probably catch you off guard, because you probably think, you look at his physique, you think, oh, the guy pretty much, you know, he doesn't have anything. But there must have been something there for him to only take up boxing for a year and a half, make the Olympic team, and then now he's in a title shot. You know what I mean? So something has to be right. You know, 6'7", 260-pound guy, good jab. When I was watching guys hit the mitts, like I said, just the way they deliver their punches, the sharpness on the punches. When they punch, where do they bring their hands back? Do they bring it back to their chin and try to protect themselves? Just think AJ's the more sharper fighter. Think his defense is a little bit better. When you have guys in there, now don't get me wrong, Breazeale hits you with a good shot, a big guy like that, he can put you in your ass. But what I'm saying is, it has to come down to who can defend their chin. And I think AJ can defend his chin a little bit better than what I've seen Breazeale. I've seen Breazeale get backed up against much smaller guys. Aguilera, no disrespect to Aguilera, tough guy, tough veteran, good skill level. Aguilera's a tough dude, man, but he was just backing Breazeale up, having his way with Breazeale a little bit. He was making Breazeale work. Breazeale won the fight, but he was making Breazeale work. Mansour was backing him up a little bit, so I definitely believe AJ's gonna be able to back him up, man. I really do. But just getting this video out there, man, just let you guys know that I was watching both these guys train, do some cross training, a little bit of weightlifting, a little bit of hitting the mitts, and just working on their footwork. And to me, AJ just looks like the better fighter all around. But just getting it out there. I'm out.